Well, hey, how's it going? So, making a video, as you can see. Uh, Still got the old MSD in there. Sure, rock solid, good old MSD, non-wavering, stable timing. So, if you watched my last video, I told you I talked to the guy from FireCore, the owner, and he said my polarity was probably wrong. That's why the car would fall on its face after like 4,500, just basically quit. Um, I checked my wiring, and the MSD wiring is not, the polarity is not messed up. Works fine for that. It's correct. I know you got the violet and the green wire coming out of the box. The violet's positive. I know I've spliced into it and all that, but I traced it out. And then you got the orange and black wire, it's positive, and the violet and black wire is negative. So that specs out. I did about an hour or two searching on the internet to figure it out. So that's wired correct, works fine all the way to red line. So I took the FireCore and I put it all back in, which isn't really a big deal. Got it timed, started it up, started fine, ran good, but it always did until you got up higher in the RPM. I made a couple jumpers just to flip this guy, and yeah, that didn't work out good. It wouldn't even run enough for me to get out and time it. It was just crazy erratic and it didn't sound good. It was not right. It would run and then just blah, 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 blah. It'd just go all crazy and just kind of backfire and stop if I let off the fuel. So and it just didn't sound right. And that's what it says, is that stuff will be all erratic if the polarity's wrong. And it definitely was erratic. So I took it back out. Or I flipped it around, started it up. It ran fine. I timed it to 32 because I only timed it to like 26 because it said if the polarity's wrong, it can change the timing. And I wanted to give myself a little buffer and for safety. And I brought it up to 32. The thing ran fine. So I ditched the FireCore, put the MSD back, started it, timed it back to 32, runs fine. So with all that rambling out of the way, it's not polarity, I don't believe. And this is where I'm going to start being disappointed in the FireCore. Not so much the product, but the owner guy. He seems like a real nice dude. I'm not going to slam him for that. But he just doesn't seem to want to listen when you try to talk to him. I try to ask him about the coil. Could it be the wrong coil? Because that's not the recommended coil, like I talked about before. It wants a can coil. And the numbers on them comparatively are way different if you read the specs. But he didn't even want to listen to me. The good dude was busy. He was driving his car or something, he said. Race car or whatever, I don't know. But this is the second time I've spoken to the same guy. Yet again, seems like a nice guy. But he just doesn't seem to listen to what you're trying to tell him. Maybe he's busy, but I don't know. What I'm trying to say, is it the coil? And you don't answer my question and just say, no, it's polarity, it's polarity, polarity, polarity. Then he says, get back to me. I don't have time to get back to you and have you not listen to me when I ask you questions. Why would I bother getting back to you if you don't answer my question the second time I've called you? Right? Just talk over the guy. He even stopped himself one time and said, oh yeah, go ahead. Well, dude, listen. Okay? I don't want to be mean to the dude because he seemed really nice, except for that. But I don't know. I'm disappointed. I wanted to use a vacuum advance to make the car more efficient down the road. That's all I wanted. I can't seem to get that. Whatever. Moving on. I don't want to hammer the dude anymore, but honestly, I don't see myself getting back to the guy. Anyway, it was a fun project, kind of racking my brain for about a month, trying to figure the timing out on this. I guess I'll just stick with what I know and what works rock solid all the way to 7,000. Anyway, yet again, not slamming the guy, just talking about the experience I had with him. And his product still might be good. The only one thing I don't like about this thing, let me actually make a disclaimer and complaint. Not really complaint, but so let's get this cap off. These guys, the plugins in here, whatever you want to call them, the connectors, these plug together connectors under the green seal boot things. Why are they so hard? Like, I tried to pull them apart. It was so hard to pull them apart. I thought I was going to break it. I actually pulled one connector off the wire. Probably my fault, because I had to use a pair of pliers to grab them, and it ended up yanking one of the things off. I had to friggin' crimp it back in there, and I lost the green booty guy on the one end. I don't know where the hell that went. That's on me. But yeah, they're so hard to put together, or to take apart anyway. They're a connector. You should be able to just pop them apart. And they have them set up opposites, so you can't mess them up. But if you do have polarity issues going on, why wouldn't you set them up so you can swap them back and forth? You know what I mean? It has a female on this side and a male on this side. So if you want to switch them, now you're same. You can't just flip them. And that would be the easiest way to check the polarity. But you can't. You got to make some cobbed up jumper or redo your plug. And if you're just testing, it's easy just to flip these. But you can't, because it's so hard to pull them apart. It's incredibly hard. Like, I could barely, the first time I did it a long time ago, when I was trying to take this apart, I could barely do it with my hands. It's incredibly hard. Other than that, I don't really have a problem with the product. That's the only thing I found about the product that I didn't really care for. Except for the fact that I got a $200 piece of thing here that doesn't work with my combo, and I can't figure out why. And I don't really want to go through the hassle of mounting a whole nother coil in here, or just even zip tying it somewhere. And I guess I could just zip tie it, but I need a different spark plug coil wire because the end's different. I guess I shouldn't complain and should just try it, but maybe down the road. I'm frustrated right now. Thanks for the rant. Later.